Everybody, this is Mark Newgent live here with former candidate for Irvine City Council, Farrah Kahn. Let's turn the camera on. If you're watching this in replay, go ahead and fast forward a couple minutes until the good stuff happens. So we're just hanging out, talking about, and now I'm all tired, I don't want to talk now. So everybody, here with Farrah Kahn, former candidate in Irvine City Council race in 2016. I was going to ask you, are you going to run next year? Is that okay?
Am I what?
Run next year. Okay, so did you already? Did you?
Not publicly, but we can. It's
okay.
fine. It's okay.
So, hey, we got two people live. Hello, how's it going? Say hi to Farrah Kahn. Please share the broadcast.
Hi.
See, you look good on camera. I told you. Look at your skin tone.
Not bad.
Okay, so before we start, how about you just tell us a little bit about yourself? And if someone could tell us if our sound is okay on our microphone, that'd appreciate that.
All right. Hi, everyone. My name is Farrah, and ran for City Council in 2016, and hopefully planning on running in 2018, just because I think our city deserves more people, with a logical view, transparent view, and someone that's been within the community, working with community members on City Council. So I'm excited.
Okay, so the big topic today is the Veterans Cemetery. We're going to get a cemetery, but what's up for decision is it going to be over near Portola High School, or is it going to be by the 405 freeway? That's the big thing, and you kind of share us your thoughts on that.
Sure. So, I've seen a lot of discussions going on, especially on Facebook and social media, about what is a better site and why we should be supporting it. My concern is, I've seen both sides, and I've been following this issue for many years now, and really it comes down to what do the veterans want, because you would think that they know better what their desires are. And if they're shooting for these strawberry fields, I totally get it. However, I still have some questions, and I want to make sure that whatever we decide on is the best opportunity that we have. And so, they're very passionate people on both sides, and I respect that. But at the same time, I want to make sure that as we're building this and starting this, we're doing it on solid ground, and we're doing it so it's sustainable. I think that's very important. To make sure that what we start off on is a long-term plan. So just a few questions that I have. I don't know if you want to give your feedback on.
Well, a few things. I understand the first site has a runway and buildings on it. That's a runway. It's not like regular concrete. And it has 70 buildings on it, which I'm not a builder and expert, but it takes time. Second is military funerals. And a lot of civilians don't realize that they fire guns at military funerals, and having basically a rifle range next to a high school is not going to work. So shouldn't have military funerals next to a high school. There's going to be 21 gun salutes all the time. Go watch online a military funeral. There's 7 guns firing 3 times, and they play taps at every funeral. There's only going to be military funerals. That alone is not going to work next to Portola High School, let alone all the details. And what about all the motorcycle motorcades multiple times per day? Like hundreds of motorcycles lining up. You can do that at the other site and not bother a soul. So that's a no-brainer. Plus, it's $77 million cheaper, from what I understand.
Right.
And
is it 77 million cheaper, or is it actually, because what I'm hearing about the $9 million price tag is actually just for phase 1. So my question is, what does phase 1 include? And then after phase 1, are we still going to be able to pull out of the $30 million that the state is offering and the $10 million that the federal government is offering? So those are some of the questions. What I really, for me, I'm like more of a kind of like a analytical person. So what I would like to see council do maybe on Tuesday is propose a timeline of both sides of when the possibility of a start time is, groundbreaking, financially, how much each side is going to cost, and where the funds are coming from, and how will each side be sustained long term, and just having that kind of comparison should be able to give us a better idea of which side is best for us. And that's what I'm looking forward to. And I don't know if you have some of those answers. I know you've been doing a lot of research.
I have some of them. The two trains of thought, and like you said, you're with the veterans, which I appreciate. Being 20 years in the Army myself, seems like they're, and I also want to give you credit for your maturity to overcome this. A lot of people, their hate. The two trains of thought I've learned is it's either anti-5 points or pro-veterans. Those are the two, right? What do you think? And both of us were politically attacked by, I think, 5 points money, but we got over it because it's for the veterans. And I believe Farrah is on the right side of this, and so was I, and it will be the strawberry fields. To answer your question about the groundbreaking, Bill Cook, he's the leader of the Veterans Cemetery Memorial people. They're hoping for a groundbreaking by 4th of July, which I said I'm going to go overseas trip to buy real estate this summer, but I will cancel it and I will attend that that meeting. Anyway, so I turn my things off. Okay. Christina Shea has said publicly on social media that the groundbreaking could be within 6 months.
6 months for the strawberry field.
Yeah, it's all strawberry fields. There's no runway, there's no buildings. It's like a no-brainer. You know, there's a lot of people that are like, let's just go focus on the positive stuff.
Right.
But yeah, to answer your question, groundbreaking happening very soon in strawberry fields, and it's not about our egos. It's not about our feelings. It's about the veterans. It's about my friends that passed away.
Exactly. I mean, the decisions we make today should be logical, not emotional, because that's really what's going to carry us over through the many years that we're going to be taking care of our veterans.
Okay, awesome. So anyway, share the broadcast. I know, I'm not sure if our numbers are accurate. Sometimes it shows people popping in and out, so I'm stressed about that. So let's move on to some personal questions. Is that good with you?
Okay.
Tell us about the best day of your life.
Best day of my life. Wow.
And if you guys are listening, you pop in, feel free to ask questions.
Okay, best day of my life would probably be when I gave birth to my first son. I think that was exciting.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2 boys.
Awesome. How old are they?
They are 15 and 13.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah.
And you're married, right?
Yes.
Married?
Yes.
So, successful family. I always try to tell people when they come on here, tell people about your family and successful. Like Gang Chen, he has 2 daughters. One's going to be like 5 daughters, 2 are going to be like doctors or something.
Wow.
So people.
I didn't know his daughters were that old.
Yeah, he's actually he's 49. He's very young.
Yeah.
So successful mother and loving wife. Say, is that okay? Is that okay, label?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Roger, how you doing? Those are my partners out in Texas. Feel free to share the broadcast. Is there anything else special about your family you want to share?
I think we're just we're a very close-knit family. You know, we each have our own personalities. I think I'm the quieter one of all of us. My older son is on track, so he's a runner. He does drama, and he's very artistic and athletic and very expressive. So it's kind of fun having all these different personalities. My younger son, he's a character himself. He loves to create characters, very much into gaming. So we're a mixed bunch and we enjoy it.
What grade is your son that's in drama?
10th.
Yeah, I was a drama kid in high school.
Were you?
Yeah, I did acting, and I was a theater kid. I did a few plays in high school. As an adult, a little stand-up comedy that ended up backfiring a little on me. But I really appreciate. Speaking of, we'll talk about schools.
Yeah.
People, a lot of people say it's about art in schools, and people are like, oh, we don't support art, whatever. But if you watch TV or listen to music, you're really supporting art. And that's where people start, are the theater kids in high school. I mean, how many times do you go to the movie with your husband? Like once a month, right? Once a week?
Yeah.
How often do you watch TV with your family? Every day?
No, not really. We're not a TV bunch, sorry.
Well, but at least once a month?
Once a month,
So
probably.
once a month you're supporting the arts.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fair.
We like theater more.
Yeah, everyone, when they think of art, they think painting and stuff. I'm like, no, it's art and music and stuff. But I think it's kind of cool he was a drama. I just wanted to connect that. And it actually helped me with public speaking, so that really helps kids in their confidence, but way off topic there.
Yeah, I know.
That's, okay. Any pets?
We do. We have 2 birds and a bunny.
Really? Yeah, we have fish and we have a little ant colony.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Because we have an ant farm.
And my son really wants a dog, so we're looking into it. I'm a cat person. We'll have to compromise.
My kids want dogs too.
Yeah.
I wait till I get the $1 million house in Irvine. So I'm just the regular guy status. I'm not living the shady canyon yet. I was going to ask you, what was your motivation to run for city council last year?
You know what? I think it was more. Sure.
You still talk. Go ahead.
Okay.
This is her card.
So it was more about making sure that communities' voices were heard. I don't think there is a good, strong representation of families and what we go through on a daily basis here in Irvine. And I definitely wanted to bring that voice in. And I also wanted to bring more of a scientific voice. I think we have, attorneys, we have realtors, we have business people. I'm a small business owner myself, but at the same time, my background is in biotech and regulatory affairs. So it has a lot to do with really looking at things with a critical mind and kind of deducing how we can put things in place that prevent us from creating issues that don't need to be there. Like, for instance, we're dealing a lot with our energy crisis right now, and that's something that could have been preventable 5-10 years ago if we looked at renewable energy sources and different ways of, bringing in solar energy, trying new things. I mean, for us as a city of innovation, we need to be more innovative with the way that we progress. And I think looking at us from now till 5, 10, 15, 20 years, we need to make sound decisions today that's going to help us become economically sustainable in the next few years.
Oh, cool. Is it okay if we talk? Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what's your small business?
So my husband and I, we run a catering and a restaurant. And so that's our small business. And besides that, I'm the executive director of our Interfaith Council here in Newport Beach, Costa Mesa, and Irvine.
Do you guys do weddings for your catering?
Not that often, no.
Okay. What kind of food do you guys cook?
It's all kinds. I mean, we cater a lot to the television and movie studios.
Oh,
so.
Cool. Oh, wow. Yeah. See, that's some luck because I like all food.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm a little bigger.
It depends on what they want, and then we'll get it there.
So, I got so many questions. So, I know my questions are kind of all over the place.
That's
but,
fine.
It seems our audience, like that thing. And again, please share the broadcast. I've been trying to get Farrah in here for like a year. And
has it been a year?
Time has gone pretty fast. And let's see. Here's a couple of curious questions that some of my kids wanted to know from you. My son wants to know if you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Wow, that's a good one. I don't know. Maybe transform.
So she wants to be a transformer.
I think it would be convenient. You could fly, and then there's super speed, there's laser eyes or whatever. But I think transforming would be kind of cool.
Laser eyes, those are new ones. No one's ever said laser eyes. Or
I don't know. I mean, didn't Superman have those laser eyes?
Well, Superman's just super all around.
Yeah.
That's why he's super.
Yeah.
Right? I think two things. I would like either to fly, which is a very common one, or the ability to speak every language.
Well, that's a good one.
Because
But that's not a superpower. I mean, anyone can do that.
I don't think there's one person that can speak every language. I speak 3. Yeah, 3 kind of.
Yeah.
Well, English, German, Indonesian. Yeah.
Okay, so I speak 3 also.
What language do you speak?
English, Urdu, and Spanish.
Cool. So, there's some other questions. You want to answer some of these?
All right.
If you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask. And also, give us a sound check. I just want to make sure you guys can hear us okay. So, where did you grow up?
I grew up in the San Francisco Bay Area.
That's right, you graduated Berkeley, right?
No, UC Davis.
I thought it was on your profile, Berkeley. But it's not that far off. Northern California. You already talked to pets. Do you have any siblings?
I do. I have 2 younger sisters.
Okay. These are kind of some silly questions from my kids. Do you know the meaning of your name?
Yeah, happiness.
That's cool. What do you like to do in your spare time?
I like to write. I like to read. Bike ride. Whatever the kids want.
Oh, cool. What is your favorite day of the week?
Favorite day of the week? Monday. I know that's odd.
I don't like you anymore.
I like Mondays because I get my week started, I have my schedule down, I know all the things I want to accomplish that week, and then I go for it.
I got another quite accomplished. My favorite day of the week is Friday because I know I've got the whole weekend to relax. and I don't have to take the kids to school till Monday. Because I've been playing Mr. Mom thing, because the wife, she goes to work every day, and I obviously have been really involved in the schools. If you guys hadn't noticed, you're living under a rock in Irvine. But you said something about things that you want accomplishment. That means you're a very driven person. I just kind of made a note to myself on my laptop. What are some of the accomplishments you're most proud of?
Wow. I think all the accomplishments that I feel that I've accomplished seem to be things that need to be done. So I don't feel like I've done something great, but I think with my children's group, when we go out and we feed the homeless in Santa Ana every fourth Sunday of the month, we've been doing that for the past 4 or 5 years now. It's not an accomplishment, but a necessity, and it's something that I feel that we do because there's not much being done to take care of that issue. And so a lot of times, the things that I feel that we have to do are because systemically we're not able to get them done some other way. And so we really need to find a way to take care of these issues and, help those that are in need the most.
I'm just inviting people.
Awesome. I didn't know you could do that.
Huh?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm just inviting people to come in. So you keep talking.
Okay.
No one can see what our screen says.
Okay.
So, do you play any musical instruments?
Does the recorder count?
Well, I mean, I've had people come in. You've seen it, like Will Gray. He'll play his guitar. What's his name? Gang Chen sings. You love those. We went viral in Irvine during the campaign trail. And we even became a meme. I was very proud of it. I became a meme at University High School.
Nice.
That was cool.
No,
So we got
I
some
am
people
not
joining us.
musically
Hey, Jason.
inclined, so.
So, hey, Jason Coleman just joined us.
Hi, Jason.
This will also be on YouTube, so you guys can't see the comment section. There's this box right here. So, Jason just joined us. So, hey, Jason here with Farrah Kahn. If you guys want to ask her any questions. I know she is a quite popular figure here in Irvine. A lot of people do like you.
That's nice to know.
Not only politically, but on a personal level, I think. And I know your core support group, and they really do love you. So that made me feel good. That's my kind of take on it. On that positivity note, I really like that you ran a positive campaign last year. Not once did I ever hear you attack anybody.
No, there's no reason to. I mean, one of the things that I believe in strongly is you don't attack someone unless you run out of good things to say about yourself.
Kimberly?
So, I think I have a lot to offer where I don't need to attack anyone else to get my point across. I think I have enough of myself to offer.
Yeah, I know it's hard sometimes when you're running for office to stay positive, but that's why I always say to people, not only your campaign donations, but all the emails, just a message saying to your candidate that you support, some kind words, some emotional support means a lot.
It does.
It does. Anyway, so I'll go way off topic here.
I know.
Hey, Jackie Wood just joined us. So again, if you're watching this on YouTube, you're not seeing the comments on the screen. So Jackie Woods, hello. I know Jackie Woods actually likes you too. So
Thank you.
she's very active in the community. She's a real estate agent.
Okay.
Yeah, and I knocked on her door during my campaign.
Oh, did you?
And we became friends, yeah, and she was a huge supporter of me. So thank you, Jackie Woods. I appreciate all you do for us. But moving on to more personal questions, if you don't have any from the people watching, what's your favorite children's book?
Ooh. It would have to be anything from Dr. Seuss.
Really? Awesome. I remember those books. I'm kind of reliving my youth with my son now. We're just reading all these books and stuff. And we started this thing that he gets paid allowance for reading books. So to teach him to seek knowledge, to get money, not just clean the house. I expect him to clean the house no matter what.
Right.
But I give him allowance based on the books he reads. So he's going to be, that's a reward centered, like, oh, I get rewarded with money and toys for reading.
Right.
So, and really smart kid. But this isn't about me, it's about you. What's your first childhood memory?
Wow. I think it's a story I've shared on the campaign trail with a lot of people, and that's kind of built into me the idea of giving back. And it was, I was 3 years old when my mom and I arrived in Chicago to join my dad. And we were in the airport and we'd never seen an escalator before. And so we had to go down this escalator. And I remember holding my mom's hand, and as she was going down, I kind of let go out of fear. And so I was stuck at the top of the escalator, and she kept moving down further away from me. And of course I started crying. And then all I remember is someone just swooping me up and taking me down to her. And at that moment, you know, it was just being reunited with my mother. But at the same time, as I grew older, I realized that when we see something and we don't take action, it could be detrimental to the person that's experiencing at that situation. And so for me, it's always been, if I see something that needs a response, I will be that person to respond.
Awesome. Cool. I got some other general questions.
Okay.
What did you want to grow up when you were younger? What did you want to be?
I think a writer.
Awesome. I already asked you where you went to school. You graduated UC Davis, you said?
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I grew up in Sacramento.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, when I was 17, I joined the Army and went all around the world and ended up in Irvine.
Wow.
Yeah. What was your favorite subject in school?
English.
Okay. I'm trying to get you to talk more.
I'm sorry.
No, this is about you. Talk about yourself. What do you like about yourself? You know, and if there's anything you want to talk about for next year, you said for 2018, or.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to a lot in 2018. I don't know if you guys know, but on the 6th, we're coming to the Irvine City Council to talk about the Veterans Cemetery. And I've already explained some of the issues that I'm interested in learning more about, so that I know that we're making a sound decision as we move forward. And again, you know, props to the vets, because I think they've done their homework, and I'm following their guidance. And, you know, on the 13th, we'll be back at City Council because we have the electric substation issue coming up. And that's another major issue that people don't really know about, but it's really going to set a precedent for how we move forward as we're, you know, getting into newer developments. The electrical substation, from my understanding, is we don't need it for any of our existing buildings. It's needed for future developments. But planting it in an already developed business park might not be the best way to go, because they didn't have any idea that they would be 10 feet, 15 feet away from an electrical substation. And so that's an issue that I think people really need to kind of chime in on and understand, so that decisions aren't being made that affect us in the future, and then we won't know until things start popping up and we're questioning what happened. I think our community needs to be a little bit more proactive in knowing what's happening at the City Hall and participating.
So those dates again are the 6th of June, which is tomorrow.
Right.
I'll be there.
I'll be there.
And I have a special treat for everybody for me being there. And then the 13th, which I'm not sure if I'll make that one because there's a school board meeting that day.
Oh.
And if I go to every school board meeting, I sit in the front row to make sure they know that I'm there. And believe it or not, actually every one of the school board members follow my social media.
Oh, cool.
One school board member, I'm not going to say who, clicked the follow button one night after a school board meeting, and he didn't realize that it sent me a notification. They didn't friend request me, so it was hilarious. I'm like, oh, they do. And some of the private conversations I had with them, they follow every. So that's interesting.
That's good. I mean, at least there's interest there.
Well, this is, I know some people don't take Facebook seriously or social media seriously, but it's just another way of connecting with people. And people, they like this kind of forum, from what I know. Actually, we went viral one time when Gang Chen was singing. We had 1,000 people watching.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. I just looked at the numbers and I was like, oh my God. After that, Gang Chen is like, I'm on board. He'll always come on. And I think it was like 2,000 or 3,000 viewers. That's all local. It wasn't.
Wow. That's amazing.
On my Facebook political page alone, Eyes On was 50,000 people that week of the election. Alone, that's not counting before or after. It was
right.
50,000 eyes on. I mean, it could have been the same people over and over again, but
right.
50,000 eyes were on. So,
pretty good.
Anyway, back to you.
Yeah,
again,
sorry.
about her. You guys
no
hear
singing
me?
here.
Oh, I don't sing either. I think I lost viewers yesterday when I sung with Gang Chen. So again, we're talking about the Veterans Cemetery that's going to be decisions tomorrow. Not if we're going to have one or not, but the location of it. The two locations are the northern part of the former MCAS, El Toro Brace, or the southern part. Some of the myths are that, the alternate location at Strawberry Fields is not on the military base. It wasn't. Actually, it was. I posted a photo of it. You can Google it yourself. Both locations were, in fact, on the Marine Corps base. So that emotional argument that it has to be on the base where the soldiers left from, doesn't hold up because both locations were.
Right.
Yeah, so that's another myth people are throwing out there.
Well, I have another question about that. I know that we're talking about the strawberry fields, and I do support local farmers. What's going to happen to the farmers that are leasing that land for the strawberry fields? I don't think anyone's talked about that.
The lease, well, I mean, a lease is a lease, a contract is a contract.
Right.
Either they'll be bought out or their lease is up. So there's a lot of money involved, so they'll probably be bought out. They'll probably be taken care of pretty well. Of course, I don't know, but being a real estate agent, they're going to have to buy out that lease, and there'll come some kind of agreement.
Right.
If there's a leased land.
And again, I mean, the questions I'm raising are, I think, questions that are logical questions that people should be asking, and not making assumptions of what's there and what's not there and what's going to happen. I think we really need to make our decisions based on facts. So, I don't know. There's a lot going on, but I think I'm looking forward to Tuesday. Looking forward to getting a lot more answers, and I have faith that the right decision will be made.
Yeah, the other myth is that the location is really miles and miles apart from the original location. So I'm just going to pull up a map if I can and show you guys on the map how close the two locations really are. They're really close. So if I can pull up the map on my laptop and go very low tech, I'm going to put the camera in front of here. So, alright, so if I can get both. Alright, I'm going to flip the camera around. Oh, I'm all over the place. Or I can pull up my other phone. I got two phones. Alright, we're just doing one phone. So we keep talking if you like.
Okay.
Just.
So exactly, I get it that you measured it out. How many miles apart are the two?
I'll show you guys. Show you the map. It's not very far at all.
Okay. And I mean, is that even a concern? Why would that be a concern?
It's just an emotional argument, like you said. It's that whole.
Because if we're looking at the area, it's all pretty much in the same vicinity surrounding the Great Park.
Well, a lot of people don't do a lot of research. They kind of just, a lot of people, they say, you know what, I like Farrah Kahn, I listen to her, I trust her. So a lot of people trust you as a leader in the community. So as leaders, some people can abuse that trust and flat out lie, and all their supporters will just jump on board, as you know. Because a lot of people just don't have the time to research, and that's what leaders do, is their job is to do that. So, okay, here is the, I'll flip the camera around so you guys can see. So here's the site, right? So up here is where it's gonna be, right there, right? That's the, this is the location up here. I'm not sure if you guys can see that. There it is. So location up here is the first site, the artist site. Literally right there is the strawberry fields, this area right here. Which I had a pointer. So here is the artist site up here, and here is the strawberry field site. This is all part of the same exact base, including this part right there. So it's about a mile or two straight, maybe 6,000 feet.
Yeah.
It's not that far. You guys can look it up. So those are some of the myths. Other than that, of course, a lot of people try to argue all these tiny little points that people get confused. So I just try to keep to the main stuff.
Right.
And a big one is the military funerals that people don't know have a lot of gunfire. And people are like, huh? There's gunshots? It sure is. That's what the military does. But I want you to get talking about yourself more. I think I could have talked that to the death. What time is it? It's 11:37. How much time do you got?
Okay, it's about maybe 5-10 more minutes.
5 or 10 more minutes? Okay, so not too much of a lively crowd. I think people are just getting the lunch.
Yeah.
We do this a lot. People will join us during lunchtime. But this thing I imagine will get a few hundred views. And if I share it, pump it up, it'll get more.
Nice.
If you want to do this for your next campaign, you can actually do these, and then tag them on your political page, and then you can pay to increase it. Sponsor that.
Very cool. We did one live feed, I think, last time, and that was at a meet and greet. So we were letting people ask questions, and then I would answer them, and I think that went pretty well.
Yeah, I think this says a lot about you too, as a person, that you're willing to go live.
Oh yeah.
This is live. So, and I love live. A lot of political leaders will not do it. They're too afraid.
I know. That's sad. It's like, what do you have to hide?
Exactly. So I got tons more questions for you. Just some chit chat. I got tons of questions here, so you could just talk.
All right.
We can cover most of these. You said...
So can I ask you what inspired you to run? And I'm sure you probably answered that before.
It's kind of personal. I'll tell you when the camera's off.
Okay.
To protect someone's identity.
Okay.
The school board knows why, because it was for my family. In a nutshell, we had a tragedy, and that's about as vague as I'll get.
Okay.
And when there's one of those tragedies that nothing will ever be the same, so you kind of have to do something. And I mean, there's a lot of superficial stuff, or maybe, I think we should do this or do that. But there's always that, especially school board. There's that one thing, that one tragedy, something that really just pushes somebody. And I think you see a lot of that. Mm-hmm. Like even in school, city council, you'll see there was a tragedy, there was something that sparked somebody. And the same for me. And I'll give you the details when you turn the camera off, to protect, again, someone's identity that's very close to me. But my background is a military leader. I joined the Army when I was 17. Mm-hmm. So no education, but eventually I got promoted up, got my education in the military, became an officer. I was team leader, squad leader, platoon sergeant, platoon leader, all the way up to an aide-de-camp to a general. So I got to be trained by a general how to be a general, which was pretty interesting.
Right.
And I was actually probably fast-tracking to do that, but I decided to retire. And also became a company commander of 140 troops, so that was a great honor. It took about 18 years to get to that, and then I got to be a captain, which in 20 years, a captain isn't a very high rank, but if I went 13 years enlisted first, so I made captain actually really quick, because when you get promoted to be an officer, you start at the bottom again.
Oh wow, okay.
And then we're getting in the weeds of structure that really will bore people. But, I retired at 38 after 20 years, over 20 years. However, I'm just taking the time off. I have a packet to go back in.
Yeah.
But, I don't want to get to my speech tomorrow. Are you speaking tomorrow?
I don't know yet. I'll see.
Okay. Actually, I got to work on my speech a little bit, and I'll tell you what I'm planning for tomorrow.
Okay.
And so, anyway, back to you. Do you believe in soulmates?
I don't know.
Okay, next question. Well, I'm saying you're still married to the same person.
Working.
So I thought it was a softball question. So of course, I love my husband, or I love my wife.
Those questions are so...
There's a bunch of questions. I have stacks of questions here. Where's the last?
I'm just reading through some of his questions, and they're hilarious.
What was the last place you went on vacation?
Last place I went on vacation, I think it was Catalina.
Really? I'm going there with my family in a few weeks.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, we're doing a cruise to Catalina, Ensenada. First cruise.
Nice.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food? Oh my gosh. Anything good.
What's a good one for your restaurant? Promote your business. What is the signature dish that you guys cook?
Okay, so I'm not a cook. I just do like the paperwork and billing. So just so people know, I mean, if you're expecting me to, produce some great meals, that's not my thing. But my husband is the chef. And so basically, he can create a great dish out of anything. As an example, I'll share with you, like one night I was going through our refrigerator, not, trying to figure out what to put together. And I'm like, there's nothing here, we probably have to go eat out. And he comes in and he takes a few things out and makes this meal that's just fabulous. And so I think it takes a really creative mind to be able to do something like that. And as for me, food, I like flavorful food. So it doesn't matter where it's from or what it is. I love flavor.
My problem is I like all food. That's my struggle.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I guess my son wanted to ask you this. He said, "Hey Dad, ask her if she sleeps with a stuffed animal like me."
I don't.
Okay. I thought that question would have a longer answer.
No.
So tell me about your first car.
My first car. Okay. I don't know if I want to share this, but I haven't been good to my first car. My first car was, I think, a Mitsubishi Galant, and I remember I had it in college. And if people know about Davis, there's a lot of farmland in Davis, so you're driving up and down, farm streets. And I kept getting that little oil light blinker on, and so I kept saying, "Oh, I'll get it done tomorrow. I'll take care of it tomorrow." And one day at night, I'm driving through the fields, and my car slowly slows down and freezes up on the side of the road. So I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? And, I'm calling the police. They come out and help me. I call a tow truck, and the guy's like, I think your engine's frozen up because there's no oil in the car. And I'm like, how can that be? I mean, they're like, did you have like that blinking light come on? And I'm like, yeah, but I was going to take care of it. And there you have it. So when you have something blinking in your car, you take care of it right away. And I learned that lesson pretty well. I was without a car for a couple years.
Okay, I got some other questions before you go. Do you believe in luck?
Do I believe in luck? A little bit. I think I believe more in hard work.
I like that. Okay, I have a really strange question for you. So it's just a fun conversation starter. So you're stuck on a deserted island, but somehow you have electricity, a DVD player, and you can pick 2 DVDs, 2 movies to watch forever.
Okay.
What 2 movies do you pick? That's a good question. You gotta think now.
That's
You're like,
a good one.
what 2 questions do you want? I'll answer.
Star Wars?
Okay, Star Wars.
Definitely. If I could get 2 movies out of the Star Wars, entire bundle, I'll take it.
Oh, you're cheating, but okay. And what's the other movie? You get 2
I have
movies.
to pick another one?
So 2 movies.
Oh my gosh.
I can answer what you think.
Okay, you can.
I would pick Pulp Fiction
Oh,
and The Notebook. 2 movies.
so
There you go. That's my wife's favorite
right.
movie is The Notebook.
I'm trying to think. I mean, if I'm deserted, I'm probably going to be watching this movie over and over again, and will I stand it? So definitely anything from Star Wars would be fine. And
Someone just
yes!
commented right here in the comment section. They said he said Star Wars. Yes, there you go. So you have some. There's a voter right there who's going to vote for you
Alright.
too. He's going to say, I'm going to vote for Farrah Kahn
Because
because
I
she
like
likes
Star Wars. Not a good reason to vote for me, but it's okay.
Well,
I'll take it.
I love it when politicians come on here because you get to show that you're a human being,
Yeah.
like all of us are. Some people, they try to think like elected leaders are robots or saints. They're just humans, just trying to do the best. You're a loving mother, wife. You're a business owner, just a normal person. So you have to take that.
No, I don't.
Okay.
All right, so for the second movie, I'd have to go either with The Piano, which is an older movie that I like a lot, or then I would have to go with, I don't know, maybe Harry Potter.
I love Harry Potter too. That's a good one. Hey, Maura Mendez, how you doing? She just joined us right here. I can see in the comment section. She's a friend. If you only had 24 hours left to live, or 6 months, what would you do?
I think I'd spend it with all my family and friends.
I say that because I was confronted with that last year. I had a cancer scare in 2016, early. There was a lesion on my spine. And if it was malignant, I'd been gone. But short story is, I'm fine. They did all these inject me with radiation, scan me.
Right.
I'm okay. But there was a period of time where it was like, yeah, this could be it. And I decided to I'm not gonna drag it out. It's over. It's over. But when they told me you're fine, I was like disappointed. I was like, well, I was gonna spend all my money. I was gonna travel, see all my friends in Germany, friend in Kentucky. The military, we're all over the place. So all my best friends are all over the world. So I was like, really? So now I get to be stuck here for another 50 years with everybody else. So
yeah. What better way to spend that time than with family and friends?
So that really was interesting for me. I always like to share that with people, that when you are confronted with your mortality, what matters. And what mattered to me was not how much money I had in my bank account, was my content of character. That's what I thought.
Right.
So that's, and believe it or not, we do have local political leaders that actually do have content of character. So it's not always about some devious plan or something. It's very simple.
True.
I'm preaching. I'll let you talk.
Okay.
So how much time? You got another 11:47, 10 more minutes?
Ooh, okay, no, we gotta wrap up.
Wrap up, so please tell people how to get a hold of you. I'll just let you have the floor.
If you need to get a hold of me, you can go to my website. It's electfarrah.org, or you can email me at farrahnq@gmail.com. And I'm very open to receiving questions and love to talk about topics concerning Irvine and the Orange County. And look forward to seeing you guys in the near future.
Okay, and let me flip it around and just put this so you guys can see your information. All right, so we're just going to leave this up here as we close this out, so you don't have some weird facial expression saved as the thumbnail. So there's electfarrah.org. There's all for information. And I will also put this in the description. So would you want to do this again, maybe?
Definitely. Thank you so much for, I reached out to you just yesterday,
Yeah.
and you were willing to get this going. So really appreciate it.
Yeah, I've been involved in the Veteran Cemetery a lot. So anyway, guys, I love all you guys. It's been a pleasure speaking with the famous Farrah Kahn. One last question someone just sent to me. Do you do autographs?
Do I do autographs? I've never been asked, so I don't know. I would, of course.
All right, guys. I love all you guys. Thank you for joining us. Take care.